Let's start the show, man.
I like to get all your silly shit out the way now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. And we back.
Yeah.
What? Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on. Said it's the Porch Podcast. What? Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
Here we go, P.
Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
Porch Podcast got the Earth Angel ready.
Right.
Coming through in my Chevy real heavy. Favorite food used to be young spaghetti. Now it's pizza time. Hit me with the pizza rhyme.
Young spaghetti.
Influential is the illest all the time.
Right.
I'm on the 9. Not the dime, even though I'm still a 10.
Yeah.
You know the squad, yeah, I'm really out to win. Episode 48, I do it straight.
Right.
Always on time, never running late.
Never.
Get your rollerblades, maybe get your skates.
Get your skates.
Influential is the illest, they always hate. Why?
Cause it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
Hey.
Said it's the Porch Podcast. What? Said it's the Porch Podcast. Come on.
What?
Said it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
EA.
Let's go.
Earth Angel.
Let's go. Yes. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother
P Original.
P Original. Hey P, man.
Yeah.
I got to the last bar and forgot what I wanted to say. What happened? I don't know.
Nah, man. Sometimes it be like that, brother. It's all right, man. You know what I mean? You know, as always, man, you do a hell of an intro, man. So we where we need to be with it. We good. Don't worry about it, brother. We good. We good.
I ain't worried about it.
Episode number 48, man.
We call this one 48 hours. 48 hours. Now, you know what's crazy? Even though this has nothing to do with 48 hours. Whenever I hear the word 48 hours, this shit ain't even gonna go. I hear boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, 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 ba-doom, Beverly Hills Cop. Because of Eddie Murphy.
Right. So, classic, man. Classic. That's a classic.
It's a classic.
I would consider that to be a classic.
What, the song or the movie?
Not a movie, 48 hours. You know what I mean? The movie 48 hours.
I ain't mean to do that shit, man.
Hey, man.
Apple, don't sue us for the sound.
Please don't. Listen, like you said, episode number 48, man, and that was one of the things that you think about that movie, and like you said, that was the beat that you used to hear in your head, but the other thing about 48 hours, man, you know, I think about, I don't know why, too. You remember, it was a song. I know the Locks was in it, so I had 24 hours to live, right. It's crazy because, you know, not only is this episode 48, but you think about, like, all the time that you put into things like this, and then you start to think about, like, you know, how quickly things can go. Like, we're on our 48th episode.
Episode 48.
And
time to get it straight.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's really one of those things where you enjoy the experience, you enjoy the ride, but when you really think about 48 hours, that's not a long time to do things. So, you know, we was thinking about, obviously, you know, 48 hours, man, Nick Nolte and the great Eddie Murphy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start thinking about all kind of stuff that can take place in 48 hours.
Let me ask you this, though, since you brung up Nick Nolte, and we going to come back to that. Other than 48 hours.
Blue Chips.
Other than Blue Chips. And you know he was in other shit, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you was going to say.
I was ready for you with Blue Chips.
Blue Chips.
Yeah, Blue Chips.
Yeah.
He wasn't in Hoosiers, was he?
Nah. You
Nah.
thinking about when they played against Bobby Knight in Indiana.
Bobby Knight, right.
And Blue Chips.
Right. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, because
that's why I'm putting it together like that.
Did you take money? Did you shave points? That's the only part I remember.
Bobby Knight, man, we used to be funny as hell. Because you knew.
In real life.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I ain't even talking about movie Bobby. He was just acting as he was in real life.
Yeah.
Like, when he would sling a chair across the court.
Yeah.
What was he trying to tell the ref? Have a seat. Sit your ass down. You ain't calling the game. You ain't
calling the game, right? Sit the fuck down.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
You know, have a whole seat.
Have a whole entire seat.
Yeah, man. But, hey, man, like I said, rolling right along, y'all. Episode number 48. And We having a blast, man. We just
Yeah, we
came off of
definitely having a
episode
blast.
47, which was awesome. Talking about how you can't stop the rain,
You
man.
can't stop the rain.
So for those who didn't know, right, I was kind of like on the delay.
Right.
You know, and he spared me. You know, he didn't want to do any spoiler alerts and
Right.
stuff like that. So,
Right.
you know, I was like, you know, what was going on? He said, nah, man. I want you
I
to
ain't
check
gonna
it
tell
out.
you. I ain't gonna tell you.
Well, you know, at this point, I've clearly already seen it.
Yeah.
And all I can say is, well, no, I can say a few things. One thing I'm going to say is, we got to talk about it now. For those who didn't see it,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, you know, when you get a chance, check it out.
Episode 6 of BMF, that's what he's talking about.
Right, episode 6 of BMF, right? All right, so the part when Lamar, right? That's his name, Lamar. When he's saying that if things didn't go a certain way, you know, that, you know, Meech and his brother
Yeah.
wasn't going to be the only ones with their water turned off.
Right.
Hey, man, every time I hear the words about water being turned off, man,
Well, you know.
I had to keep it real, right?
Right.
I thought about you, man.
Right.
I thought about you.
Right.
Because how many do you think you can cut off in 48 hours?
In 48,
Yeah.
you just say and no sleep.
No, not 48 straight. Well, 2 days. 2 days. 2 days. 2 days.
Oh,
Just
I done broke records in 2 days.
what you doing? What's the high score looking like?
Well, see, they only give you a certain list, but I done hit a good 45 in 2 days. I done got.
45?
Yeah, I done hit 100 in a week. I done shutting people. I done did some shit like that, man.
Yeah. It's just your job.
Yeah, it's just my job.
It's not personal.
Nah, it's not.
No, it's not personal. But yeah, no. So anyway, what I wanted to say about that particular episode
Right.
is when he came back and he was in Lamar was in the other brother's house. Can't think of
Slick.
his name. Slick.
Our brother Slick there.
And he got a whole video game in his crib.
Yeah.
Right? Like a real arcade-ish joint.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, he in the other room getting his bag or whatever together so he
Right.
can get ready to take off up out of there.
Yeah.
Yo, he hears Lamar in the other room. He comes in and compliments his ass.
Yeah, you sound
Damn, brother, you sound like one of the Temptations or something.
Yeah.
Now, he knows the straight killer in him
Yeah.
ain't singing to him, bitch, because he playing with him.
Right.
So he takes off, goes in the room.
Get the gun.
Piss me off. Here's
Yeah.
where my level of I gotta keep in mind it's a show.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Goes back in, digs in the drawer, grabs the pistol and some other shit trying to put it in the bag.
Yeah.
Turns around, right?
Yeah.
Approaches, hey man, what's wrong with you? You know, what's going on? Go ahead, you shot out this, that, and the third. Approach and gets stabbed up. Now, I don't know about everybody else.
I came out around the corner and shot.
First
that
off, there is no you in my house playing my big ass Pac-Man. I hear you singing in the other room. Who you know, you ain't got no business being in here.
Right.
I got the gun in there.
Right.
I'ma get it. I'ma come back out to compliment you on your Temptation sound. See that clearly you in activation poker bitch to death mode.
Right.
Run in the room, walk fast, limp, because you know he still had his limp. Limp fast as you can into the room. Got a limp. You already not built for this shit on the physical tip.
Right.
And then you know what happened. There's no way. I got a gun and Lamar got a knife.
And I'm losing.
And I'm losing. It's no way. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean? I'm going to knock a bone out of his body, bitch, with the gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to come back to reality, yo, E.
It's a show.
It's a show. It's
Yeah.
a show. But that kind of right there, just to bring it back to last week's episode where you can't stop the rain and E held off on, you know, telling me what was going on.
Yeah, because the
Caught up now, man. That shit right there had me.
Because the
bro.
brother Slick said, he said, you know, you got to cut his water off. Soon as he said it, I knew what it was. I said, bitch, I was watching the show. You soon I started going like this. That's what I heard in my head.
Yeah.
Right? So, next thing you know, he said, what you mean? He said, man, Lights get cut, heat get cut off, you get a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Light gets cut off, you get candles. Water cut off, nigga can't shit, he can't piss, can't wash his ass.
Yeah.
And that's when I got up and I said, we the illest.
Yeah, you celebrated it.
Yeah, we the illest. Because, I've been doing that. 20 plus.
Right. You ain't enjoy it, though, did you?
Ooh.
Did you enjoy doing that to people's water?
Shit.
This is a sports podcast, man. We're speaking our truth on the porch.
When I first started, no.
Yeah.
You grow into it, man.
Now, my question to you is did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Not that you accept that it was part of the job. It's a difference. Like,
I started enjoying it later.
You started enjoying cutting the water off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fun places. Laundromats.
What?
Beauty
Why would
salons.
that be? Are you serious?
Yeah, I started enjoying it a little bit.
Damn, somebody in there, if they still getting, what's the shit called when they, a relaxer? You got to put the water in there, little perm joint. But I was wrong. My shit
Relaxer perm, same shit. I think. I don't look. I ain't got no hair. I ain't got no hair, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get corrected.
Yeah.
For some reason, I want to
feel like that's gonna be at the bottom of the comments.
Somebody, my shit's off. Yeah. It's a person that takes a lot of pride in trying to know what he's talking about when he's talking.
Right.
I just don't think I did that right.
Yeah.
So if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments, man.
But here's a question I got for you.
What's
if
that?
you have 48 hours and you watch TV,
right?
You get to pick 2 shows in 48 hours to watch, not necessarily their whole entire series, and you'll have to break it down to the seasons. What 2 shows you're going to binge watch in 48 hours?
Probably The Wire.
Okay. I love that story when they The Wire.
Possibly The Wire and Power.
I think mine's would be probably The Wire again.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that, and maybe it might not be The Wire. I've seen it already 3 times, so I don't have to. If I didn't see it and I heard about it, it'd be The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
But believe it or not, Insecure and Wu-Tang American Saga.
Definitely dope.
And I say that, let me tell you why I said what I said. I was explaining this to somebody the other day why I like the show Insecure, because it shows the insecurity of people in that age group.
Yeah, really good show.
And a lot of people don't honor that. You know what I mean? Don't see that. But the Wu-Tang American Saga, I just read an article that they were renewed for the 3rd season, but it's the final season. They're only doing 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you I just looking at it on YouTube actually. Divine.
Okay.
He was getting a haircut and he was doing an interview with somebody.
Yeah.
And he was talking about it.
The real Divine.
The real one. And he was talking about how they had the 11. It was 11 of them. Yeah. And the stuff that, some of the stuff you already covered. Right. And, there's a reason why the story was told a certain way. Like, what if Ghost didn't get shot? What if certain things, or what if he didn't survive for the show? It was cool. It was only like 11, 12 minutes. I got to send it to you or whatever. It was on YouTube. Right. But to me, like, that's one of the things, like, since we talking about 48 hours and how it's a short period of time, like, knowing when to get off of certain things is just as important to me as knowing when to start them.
Right.
And, one of the things that I could say about a lot of different, like, 2 shows that I binge watched.
Right.
That I watched after, obviously they had already aired and it was done. And it was surprisingly was cool to me was Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you told me. I never watched the episode.
And Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
SOA.
Yeah.
And they made a spinoff. It's actually still running now. It's the Mayans.
Mayans.
You know what I mean? It's a whole other motorcycle.
Come on, FX or something?
Word.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good shows. A lot of different twists to them. I think SOA may have had 6 or 7 seasons, bro, easily. Same thing with Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? And it was surprising, but just in the line of what we talking about with like the Wu and some of these other things, I think that when you stretch them out too far, you start trying to saturate or water them down.
Oh yeah.
And I think that if you want them to maintain the integrity of what it actually did, you got to almost protect the identity of it. You know what I mean? You don't want to, Because the worst thing you could do is take something that already has a place in history,
right,
and water it down.
See, I think with the Woo, if you ever pay attention to it, if they treat film the same way they treated their music, then after this, they're going to branch off and do something different anyway. That still shows their, I don't think, it's like how 50 did with the Power. Like, now Power's called the Power Universe.
Word.
And BMF actually falls in it, but it's not. It's only because 50 is something to do with it. We know it's not important because that's based on true stuff.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think it's a certain not episode
What's that?
book
Okay.
of Power they're not doing anymore.
Right. There is none. They're still doing them. All you're saying.
Nah, it's one that they're not going to do. I don't think.
Okay. That's one they're going to phase out. Okay.
I think they didn't say it, but if you look at the original order that they said it was going to come in, Force was supposed to be 5. Book 5, not book 4.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I think was called Influence.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be about Lorenz Tate. You see what I'm saying? When his position that he played. But if you look up, it's the Power Universe original video that let everybody know what they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're still on YouTube. But they broke it down as Power was the original book. Ghost was book 2.
Okay.
Raising Kanan was book 3. Force was supposed to be book 5. Tommy's book was supposed to be last. Then Influence was supposed to be 4. And then
Influence. I gotta look. I gotta.
You see
it? Now I'm checking as you're speaking about it, and I'm just looking different things.
If you look on YouTube and just say, it showed it. Just put Power book Influence or something like that. It might pop up still.
Yeah. Now I have to definitely look into it.
But it was supposed to be more of a politician type joint.
Another show that I watched, and like I said, it was a short series. It actually wasn't that many episodes. It might have been 7 or 8 episodes total.
Yeah.
The Corner.
It was 6 episodes total. Yeah, I remember that. Basically, I'm gonna tell you a fun fact about that too.
It's so funny because even if you look it up, it'll say season 1, right?
The Corner, right?
But it was only one season.
It was only 6 episodes.
Exactly. It was only one season of it. And
do you remember the other one that they had? Laurel Avenue.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, and there's certain ones that ended I like we discussed this already. I like when creativity meets reality.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not so far fetched when the wire went off and stuff like that.
Right.
How it just showed the cycle. Yeah, even with another one that I would watch and I enjoyed was the Sopranos.
Right.
Went off, made everybody think their TV was broke.
Everybody thought they shit.
You know what I mean? It was just they thought their water got cut off cable wise.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that. But no, I gotta look up the thing about the Power.
Just put in Power Universe.
That's what I'm gonna look up and go ahead.
But type in 50 Cent Power Universe because you don't want to. You put in Power Universe, all types of shit to come up and
right. It might be different.
But I think Laurel Ave as well as the Corner were actually pilots to see if that type of TV is something that we would want to watch. Because I want to ask you this question.
What's that?
Before The Wire, what urban show was ever like that?
Before The Wire?
Other than Laurel Ave and the Corner. It was nothing else like that on TV.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, bro.
Now, seriously, when you think about black shows, we were dealing with sitcoms back then, and you had Martin.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
The Cosby Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Jamie Foxx Show.
Mm-hmm.
David Wayne's the one he had. D.L. Hughley's show. All that type of stuff. We had a Steve Harvey show, a bunch of sitcoms. Said it was on Steve Harvey joint. But we had a bunch of those type of shows. When you looked at black TV, you had UPN.
Yeah.
Right? You had NBC. But you never had a show become as real as The Wire. So this is my thing. I believe that The Corner and Laurel Ave were tested. Because think about HBO. You had shows like Tales from the Crypt.
You was right. It was the Influence. It's Influence too.
Yeah, Influence, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if they canceled it or not, though.
I gotta Now I gotta
research.
tap more into it.
You gotta work, yeah. But you had like what I was saying, like you had before that you had Laurel Ave and what was the name of the shit we were just talking about? The Corner.
The Corner, yeah.
Right. So I think those were like, oh no, HBO. On HBO you had stuff like Tales from the Crypt, Dream On. Then he grew into Sex in the City. Another one of my favorites just came back, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh man,
Just came back.
Larry
David just came back. Excellent, funny guy, writer, whatever, I want to meet Larry David in real life.
Oh man, shout out to Larry David.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And my boy.
Yo.
JP, is it JP Smooth on there?
JB Smooth.
JB Smooth.
Yeah.
JB Smooth.
You ever see the draft?
All the season commercials in.
Yeah.
I'm done.
All the seasons. He'd be
I'm
like,
done.
it's free for everybody except Carl. That shit be funny as hell.
He said, when he be talking and then he take a drink of whatever he drinking and he do that same face, he be like,
Yeah,
I don't care if I watch it. I know it's coming and still start laughing. Yo,
but that's how you always.
But I gotta say this about that power book thing that you just talked about.
Right.
Influence.
Right.
Apparently, Musk was going to be in the storyline because it says on here, "Who out there is ready for a Tate spinoff?"
Yeah.
So it was going to have something to do more or less with him.
Yeah, and politics.
What was going,
right.
And the politics of it.
Right.
But it doesn't. It says Tate clearly has one foot in the streets and other in politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He said it's just unclear if this is one. This one is still in the writers' room.
Right.
But it's unclear if it's something that they'll come out.
I told you.
But that's what it would have been about. Something to do with Tate.
It was supposed to be book 4.
Right.
But now they already went to Tommy as Force being 4. See, when Power ended, if you know me, I'm a little weird like that. I'm reading who in the credits.
Getting ready to start back up.
Yeah, but it's about to come. But I'm reading who's all the credits. Matter of fact, it actually airs this weekend coming up.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it. Like it's coming out. Yeah.
So when I'm reading through the credits, at the end of Power, they had a little 2-minute video or a minute and a half, and it showed each one. So it showed.
I remember that.
Yeah, and Influence was in there.
Yeah.
But it was supposed. Once I see stuff in an order, I kind of remember. It's like a count for me. So when I seen it was like Force book 4, I'm like, they skip Influence. Are they not doing it? Or they not? Or they are? But just to say, you know what I mean. Far as I believe that the Corner and Laurel Ave were actually the pilots to see if the world was ready for shows like The Wire.
No, I agree with that. No, I definitely agree with that.
Because that's why when Power came out,
I gotta see when it came out.
When Power came out, everybody said, "Oh, it's like The Wire, but it's a little different." No, it wasn't like. It was nothing like The Wire. It's just it's a black drama. That's all it was. It was nothing like The Wire.
You're gonna always have comparisons. And if you wanted to dare to try to say that there was some similarities in characters.
What, drugs?
That was there. That was clearly present.
Right.
You could look at Ghost and see some Stringer Bell if you wanted to. If you really wanted to stretch your mind to make it fit. You can look at Avon Barksdale and see sometimes.
But it's a real Avon Barksdale.
Right. But I'm saying, like,
that's the thing.
But I think the characters, storyline is what carried it anyway.
Right.
But I think people, that's why I told you before, bro.
Yeah.
Some people would but we had deal breakers. Some people get so infatuated with the characters of people that they don't even see the dopeness in the storyline.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. And that's what happens. So you can be like, oh, this one boring. No, you've seen it before. You've seen a similarity in the character before.
But what I loved about The Wire, Snoop was really a person in Baltimore that was out in the streets, built a relationship with that detective who actually put that together. That was official. Okay. Remember what Brother Mouzon.
Okay.
The Muslim guy.
Word.
Remember the bald-head brother that was running with him?
Yeah.
That's the real dude from The Corner.
Right.
That's the real guy that The Corner was based upon on.
Yeah.
The guy that paid.
Yeah.
He used to have dreads.
He actually was in The Corner.
Right.
As a cop named Hurricane.
Right. But
he had a role in that too.
But that was really him that this story was about. Where my man from the wood played him. Remember the young guy?
That's what I'm saying. He was actually in his own story.
In his own story.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
so that was dope because it opened up doors because he was really from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Something I noticed the other day.
That joint was actually on HBO too.
Right.
That's crazy.
Background in Blue Street. Charlemagne was a cop when Martin was the pizza dude. I always look at Charlemagne walking by. I was a cop. Yeah. But it was something else that I had to. It was a little fun fact that I can't read.
In the corner, bro. That was back. Guess what year that was? 2000.
That was 2000. I thought it was the 90s. Look up Laurel Ave. That's the 90s.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
Yeah, the corner. The corner was. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Even the lady, even the mom from the corner. Mm-hmm. Remember, she started getting high. She played in The Wire as
the big hand.
Right.
That got high in the corner. He was a cop.
Lester. He was Lester Wire.
But
remember when McNulty had the white guy and took him all the way off to and the dude made his way back.
Lab was 93.
Yeah. When I think when he took him to that little rehab spot, whatever. Mm-hmm. The lady sitting at the counter was the real lady from the corner.
Yeah.
She had a little cameo.
Yeah.
In it. And I just think shit like that is dope.
Yeah. I'm off a joint right now called Dope Sick.
Yeah, I ain't watching it yet. It's on Prime or something?
Hulu.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Get into that. It flashes back and forth between years and stuff, but it's basically about, the oxycodone thing.
Right. And
that was crazy. I think it's a good show.
Right.
It depends on what you're in. Listen, man. Like you said, the question that originally even got us on this topic is I had 48 hours. You know what I mean? What would I binge on it? And the one thing I can say is that, you don't need more than 48 hours to make some adjustments in life.
No.
It's funny as it sounds, right? Like, we done talked about how it take, 21 days to create a habit?
Absolutely.
In 48 hours, it can be so much of a difference that takes place in your life. You can be in multiple places in a 48-hour window. Mm-hmm. I've traveled, went from the West Coast back to the East Coast, been here for 8-9 hours, got back in the plane, went further south in the East, and just shot back over. I've done a lot of that thing. So it's about what you do with any window of time and opportunity that you have.
Right.
Some people, man, you give them 48 hours and they can do more than some people do in a week.
Right.
So, it's funny that we on episode number 48 and we talking about 48 hours.
Time to get it straight.
But honestly speaking, man, like, you could do a lot in 48 hours.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You could do a lot in 48 hours.
No, you definitely can.
What I mean?
You definitely can.
It's just one of those things. But with these shows that we talking about, I agree with what you were saying earlier about, I think that some of them was put out there at specific times to see if people were ready.
Yeah, like I said, Laurel Ave
audience for it.
I think when Laurel Ave came out in '93,
mm-hmm.
it hit, but and it had good ratings. But it was like I don't think they ready because that was a real shit. Like that was based upon, but you never seen anything else like that. Mm-hmm. And, I don't have nothing against Bill Cosby, but Bill Cosby always wanted black positive people on TV, and it's the truth. We want that because he comes from a time where there was a lot of black exploitation and all that.
Right.
In film, I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people want reality. Mm-hmm. So, okay, it's a difference between reality TV and reality drama.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it started to create shows that people will want to see. Like, I was interested in Laurel Ave as a young man in '93. Mm-hmm. Like, I was only 12 years old, but I was still interested in it. You know what I mean? I was interested in the corner.
Shout out to all my brothers who grew up on Laurel Ave.
Yeah, Laurel Ave.
What up, y'all?
That's
family. That's family.
Rec.
Family.
You know what I mean? K-Tel, Rec.
You know what I mean? That's family, baby.
T2. Popcorn, Safu. You know Safu.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Yeah, 8 was there.
You know what I mean? 8 Ball.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, listen, man. Those shows.
Shorty 140.
You better believe it.
Skittles.
Those shows
Scrooge.
Were actually,
that's what they called him.
Put there to actually say, like, see whether or not people was actually ready.
Right.
But what it also did was, is I'm gonna have to research who the writers were for those shows. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was trying to avoid.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Put that thing on yourself.
We gonna keep talking to him. See, this is how authentic we is on the porch. You know, P got his dumbass alarm going off, and life is good. Okay, it's all right. He over there breaking shit. He breaking shit in the Porch Studios. You know what I mean? Yeah, he can get whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, it's all right. Just do what you do. Go on doing what you do. You know what I mean? And you just gotta.
Anyway,
you gotta add him back. You gotta make sure he good to go. Cause you can't stop the rain. Yeah. Come on, have a seat, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. I'm coming on back, y'all. Yeah, man.
And I want y'all to see him coming back because he did some dumb shit. Look at him, have a seat.
Well, let me fix that for you because you made an error.
Look good.
I'm incapable of doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is not even a part of me. As a matter of fact, I got tested for it the other day, and they told me I was wasting my time.
Right.
It's not even in my system.
I should look good, though. You did right. You're official. So.
Hopefully it stays off.
In 48 hours.
Right.
Oh, you didn't go out and close it?
It went all the way out, so it should be fine.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Listen.
So, in 48 hours.
Okay.
Choice of 2 meals.
Okay.
What are they going to be?
In 48 hours, 2 meals. They damn sure ain't gonna be in alignment with too much of me worried about calories or any of that.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy them.
Right. Now I want to make this clear to you. Doesn't mean you're going to die in 48 hours because I don't even like to talk that talk. It's just you got 48 hours to pick whatever you want.
You just asked me.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I'm making it clear for the viewers. I know you know. Come on.
I could be somewhere on a plane.
And we Patricia and Carl kids.
Right.
Yeah, we know that.
So we ain't gonna be talking about nothing but what we gonna eat and enjoy in them 48 hours.
48 hours.
So what I'm gonna say is Mom's the flank joints.
The flank beef ribs.
Yeah,
you know how to cook them too, though.
But sometimes you just like when somebody else put they smack.
You mastered them though, P.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you mastered it.
But so I'll make them. Okay, fine. Yeah. We can eat mine. I preferred Mom's.
No, Mom's is the best, but you mastered them. See, the difference between I'm gonna just tell you the difference between yours and Mom's. Mm-hmm. Mom had all day to slow bake.
Yeah.
We grilling these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers, you be.
Yeah. Couple times, that. Maybe 2 or 3 times the ambulance had to come. So we bit their fingers. And I said, wait. And it was too late. You know what I mean? You right. So, you know what I mean? Couple people left with galls and shit on. But that's how I know they had a good time.
Right.
So that's one. And then I want to make sure this second one, I want to make it count. Ooh. I don't know. I want to put a little seafood in something, man.
Yeah.
I want to say I don't want it to be weak like just crab legs or nothing like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Give me a little bit of a little fire grilled salmon or something, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Salmon is my go-to a lot of times.
Yeah, when I'm out now.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. When I go out now, like I'm going to a party or something, and they give you the 3 choices. You know, I fuck with the salmon because I eat anything else, I'm gonna dip off.
Did you see the joint I sent you?
I'm going to dip off and take a shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
You're pretty regular. You can't help being a regular guy. Even in the middle of a party. And since we're talking about parties, I want to talk to you about a company that if you need something scheduled and they can cover any order, we're going to talk about this. Man, I'm done talking about it. Go ahead and let them know what it is, man. Look, check it out. Let's get that stress off your plate, all right? Got that big event coming up, and you don't want to have to do all the work. I got a company for you, full-service event company that's going to take care of all of your event planning needs. That's www.fncevents.com. A full-service event planning company. Take all the stress off your head, kick back, and enjoy the party. Once again, that's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there, get that party booked, and get it done. back to the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So make sure you check them out, y'all.
Front and center events.
So, yeah, man, look, 48 hours. Those are 2 meals that I think that I've been enjoying. Like I said, the first joint, like you said, the flank rib joints, right? And then that, I don't know if it's called fire crusted or whatever, salmon.
Yeah, it's good.
But if it got and it ain't got to be crazy seasoned, man. You know, some rosemary on it a little bit of maybe some garlic or something. Some fresh.
Salmon is light, but it's probably one of the best forms of protein that you can eat.
I take it. But I got to have
I remember you ain't like salmon, though.
Right, for years.
I remember, and I used to tell
you know what though, and it was unfair because I really didn't ever try it.
That's bro. I used to say, bro.
So what do you call that?
I used to say, bro, did you like salmon? I don't know. It's like a fishy fish. Like you was more of a fried fish dude.
Yeah, and that took time.
Right, you was more of a fried fish dude.
Right.
Because you actually sat there, and you was like, it's a fishy fish. But a shout out, I'm gonna shout out you too. Shout out to DJ Ronsky. Shout out to Ramsey, Father Ramsey. Right, we was riding a whip one night.
Okay.
And Ramsey said something that really made some sense. He's like, look, if you fry, when we fry fish, we pretty much use the same seasoning that we fry chicken with.
Okay. I'm listening.
He said, so this is why a lot of times the taste is the same, because you taste in the batter. He turned around, he said, man, some people out there, bitch, this was the funny part. He was like, you can soak boot leather and make it tender, fry it the same way you was frying chicken and fish, and you might say this shit is good. However, I understand what you're saying, because that's just like people who eat fried jackfruit that's vegans, because it's all in the season.
Yeah.
But when you take a piece of salmon is probably the best piece of grilled seafood out there.
Yeah, I prefer it. That,
right? And then after that,
lobster tail.
There you go. Listen, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, lobster
that's
tail.
what I'm saying. Grilled lobster tail.
I had more of appreciation for that stuff later in life.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
But, are you a skin on the bottom dude or no skin?
Of salmon?
Yeah. I don't want no skin.
I don't want any skin on the bottom.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I actually have them take it off.
Me too.
When I buy it, I just cut it off. You know what I mean?
Because that really puts you in the fishy state.
And you got to watch it because it'll dry out. Mm-hmm. So you got to stay on top of that.
That's just like another thing.
What?
Got more into chicken thighs as we got older. The boneless. We had some here the other night. Yeah. The boneless, the grilled chicken thighs.
Yeah, Rick Ross selling them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They asked him about the wing shorts.
Yeah, the wing. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but this is how people get better. No, listen. Wing Spot in Ewing Township, New Jersey. Okay? No, I need y'all. Listen, I need y'all to do just a little better. I'm giving y'all real feedback, real live feedback. I need y'all to just do a little better with service and some things. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that nothing wrong, but I just need y'all to do. No, bro, they need these They need this type of feedback.
I don't. Nothing against them, but I'm never around them to patronize them, so it doesn't bother me at all.
I'm not knocking them or nothing, but you got people need that feedback is what makes business better.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So but it's good that they out there selling chicken thighs.
Yeah, I think that, like, even when you were talking about earlier, like you were saying some of the similarities in taste and stuff. First and foremost, unless you fry your own stuff, like when I fry my fish, it's in meal.
Right.
When I fry chicken, it's in flour. They're not even fried in the same thing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
no, but he wasn't saying
he was saying
everybody.
the seasoning.
Some people.
Yeah, but
no, some people do. Some do.
Some people even mix it. I've even mixed them.
So but regardless if you're using meal or chicken, what he's basically was saying is
meal or chicken. You mean
meal meal or flour. I'm there. Damn. Oh shit.
I'm with you.
He's basically was saying, for people who use the same, doing whatever they do,
right,
it's going to taste the same.
Yeah.
Because because if you just take a piece of fish and throw it in the grease, or take a piece of chicken, throw it in the grease, you're going to be like, damn, ain't nobody season this?
That's why I was saying, remember I was telling you before, like
so
the stores.
So what I was saying to you is, when you were saying that salmon was a fishy fish, you know, it's nothing better than a piece of grilled salmon. I know people. I've never had fried salmon.
But see, here's the thing: it's not that it's not a fishy fish to me now.
Right.
I just have been more comfortable with.
Right.
Maybe because a lot of this stuff, see, once I start cooking it for myself,
it's better.
I know what I like.
Right.
So I know how to season the things
right.
that I particularly care for. And then after a while, I realized the preparation does matter for me.
That's like I used to make this Parmesan crusted chicken.
Right.
Make it, put on there. Keep it real with you. Came out, shit was amazing. People used to eat it. Hey, eat what you put in this. I never used to tell them because I knew a certain thing that they didn't eat that was in it. Yeah. It wasn't against their diet. It was something that they always thought was nasty. Yeah. But what gave the Parmesan crust feeling, you might eat a piece like, damn, eat is good. It's mayonnaise. But you don't fuck with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
If I tell you that, now it's in your mind.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
But when you just eating it, I'm not trying to give you no bullshit. Because I say, bro, you want to taste a piece of this crust? Oh, I taste it, bro. You made it. You like, damn, this shit good. Yeah. You wouldn't even realize. You would think it's cheese. Yeah. Because it's people who make, all right, for example, when you make grilled cheese, you use butter.
I don't really make them.
Right, me neither. But
yeah, when you make it,
some people use butter, some people use mayo. And the people that use some people who use mayo actually says it tastes the same, but it just makes certain things. Yeah. And you don't know. Yeah. Like you don't like mayonnaise, but you eat tuna fish.
I don't like it on like if it's just a sandwich, but if it's incorporated into like tuna salad, macaroni salad, I'm fine with it.
That's what I'm saying. So you're one of them cases of people, but it's some people that I don't fuck with mayonnaise at all. Right. And they don't realize that they do.
If it's part of the recipe, I'm tuna salad, all those things like I'm fine with it.
But you know, in 48 hours, if I had 2 meals, because we didn't really get to that.
Yeah, what would you eat? Exactly.
One is mom's spaghetti.
Oh, for sure. I was gonna say it, but I'm glad you covered it. That's
mom's spaghetti. Mm-hmm. And the other one, I'm not gonna do the same thing you do with the beef ribs.
I thought about Eminem when I was sitting there. You said that.
Mom's spaghetti. That's on yeah. That's one of my favorite Eminem songs. Lose Yourself, because if you only get one shot.
Right. I forgot. My bad. I broke some music shit up, y'all. He dipped off again.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's me. Maybe would be when mom used to take turkey wings and put them in the crock pot. Okay. And she used to put that barbecue sauce on it, and they slow cooked all them turkey wings. Was amazing. Yeah. That's one of Goose's favorite meals.
The crock pot is amazing, period.
Oh, yeah, period. And also when she used to take the Italian turkey sausage and put them in a crock. Remember she used to do that with the crock pot?
I do
turkey
remember.
Sauce, those was good as a motherfucker, man.
Mom just
she took her time.
It was pride in it.
Well, here's the thing. I was telling somebody this, and I would literally say this live on there. This is not going too far. I went to see a therapist. Okay, I'm gonna put that out there because I want black people to understand that it's okay to see therapists.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
You just sharing.
Yeah,
that's all.
So I was thinking about certain ways that mom did things, and realized that she was just doing her job.
Word.
I seen something the other day that Chris Rock said.
Well, okay, you say her job, or you just
no.
Yeah. Help me out. Help me clear me up.
This Chris Rock thing may actually put you right exactly what I was saying. Chris Rock made this comment, and I understood it, and I'm not saying
you sent it to me too.
I'm not saying I agree with it completely, but what I'm saying is I understood what he's saying.
Okay.
He said only women, children, and dogs, he's comedians, let's remember this, are loved unconditionally. Men are loved under the conditions that they provide something. That doesn't mean that your wife, your partner can't love you unconditionally. That was just his thought of it. But in that case,
I can see
what he's talking about.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
But in that case, the way mom did things for us, we were men, but we were her children.
Right.
So things that she took time and pride in, it was because of the unconditional love that she had for us. I'm not saying she didn't do the same thing for Pop.
So I get you.
That's what it was.
It's not a contradiction of what he's saying, but
right.
I do see what you're saying.
Right. Because in that position, right, so what I'm saying about that is, when I said the therapist, I was missing that so much, but I realized I'm not going to ever find that again.
Yeah.
Not saying that my fiance doesn't love me, because
Nah,
I even had this talk with her.
Man, you not gonna never find mom. Like that's
it.
That's
There
cool.
it
Yeah,
is.
that's cool.
There it is.
I've been my wife since I was a kid, man.
Right.
But I know she's never gonna be my mother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's, but guess what?
Yeah.
Because you've been with your wife since you was a kid.
Teenager, everybody know that. Yeah.
I've been through multiple relationships till I got here.
Yeah.
So that whole time I had mom. So mom filled a lot of voids, just like you did. But you've been with the same, your wife, which is a beautiful thing. Like you took after her and Pop. Clearly. Hey, listen. I'm
That
not.
was your intention.
Listen, that was my intentions.
your
However,
intention. But life happened in between.
life happened, and I'm the one who had to deal with it.
Life happened in between. It's
Right.
fine.
But what I'm saying is, once it had to register. Like you're looking for some. Nobody did anything wrong to me, but I missed it so much that like, where is that? Where is that? You'll never get that again.
Yeah.
So guess what I said I'm going to do? Love myself the way she taught me to.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why if you notice, we both miss a meal from her.
Right.
That's why you both noticed that when we
said the two 48-hour meals, we didn't say
it was both one
I'm
from
going
her.
to Frank's.
Right. It was both one from her. That's why. No,
Two from her.
I'm just adding to what you're saying, but that's why.
That's why.
You know what I mean?
You understand what I'm saying?
We crossed it earlier. Remember I was telling you, like even with the girls, you know what I mean? Like the things that we do and the expectations and the standards that's put in place, it's not that we doing it so that we can create what the standard's going to be. Not all right. So maybe indirectly we are right.
Right.
So as fathers, when I do what I do to make life easier for my children, it's not because I want to make life challenging for those who come into their life later on.
Right.
But
no, that's your job.
Right. Expectations are, what they are, and you got to remember, you're always, as a parent, depending on how your circumstances was growing up in life, you're always paying a debt anyway. I don't know if everybody ever pays. It's like,
of course,
like you're in debt to every. I don't care how you want to look at it. Every person is in debt to their parent.
Right.
In this is my opinion.
Me too.
Okay. I'll never be able to repay, obviously, mom and pop.
Nope.
Just like mines will never be able to repay me and their mother.
Right.
You understand that. You accept that.
Right.
And you wear it. So, like, when you say a job, yes.
Yeah.
It's my job.
It's my job.
It's my job. But it's my job because of what was given to me.
Absolutely. But
and you know what I'm saying? And I get what you're saying. That's a good point.
But what I'm saying, but to agree, to piggyback off of what you're saying,
right, is
you had the same parents I had.
No doubt.
So being raised the way that I was raised, all I ever wanted to do was to show that love the same way that they taught me how to.
Right.
See, I also explained to the therapist, and I said this. I'm just keeping it real. I said, I'm the youngest out of what I came in. Mm-hmm. So I don't know nothing different. Mm-hmm. You knew what it was without me being here.
No doubt.
I don't know life without P being here. Patricia Lorraine, Kelly Rainey, Carl Emery Rainey Sr. I don't know life. Mm-hmm. Like when I came in, I don't know no other way. Mm-hmm. So when she passed,
ready-made. It was ready-made.
When she passed, it's like, oh, shit is different.
Yeah, major void.
Completely different.
No doubt.
That's why almost 3 years later, it fucks with me because it's like, boom.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like,
I get it. I'm glad you're having a conversation with somebody that's
right.
That's making you comfortable.
And she was
with
like, I get what you're saying. Like
no
I was the baby.
Yeah.
The baby boy. Like I was the youngest. I still am.
Right. Just by positioning, but even though you're a grown ass man.
But it was affecting me being the best me. Not that I let mine go,
though.
but I said, wait a minute, hold up. They ain't all of you. This is what you gotta before we get to would you rather.
No doubt, I'm ready for it.
All right. I had to learn that all y'all was raising me. Even though you only 3 years older than me, 3.5, all y'all was raising me. Because I'm telling you, this is just live. You used to play the bullshit. Mom said you was always bullshit. little kid at home and shit, right? I'm telling y'all what P used to do.
This is your story.
Listen, man. I used to be, I'm in the building and shit, I'm in the house, I see P coming down the path, I'm like, oh shit, they go my brother, like I'm saying, like, didn't even know how to say his name. I'm not gonna tell you how he's saying, go that far. Didn't even know how to say his name. People who love us and know us know how I used to say it. I'm bobbing, this nigga hide behind the bush, I start crying. He like, I'ma fuck with him. He been a bullshitter.
Yeah.
He been an asshole. he been an asshole, man. That's what he did to. That's why he laughing. Look at it. He can't even, cause he remember it.
Yeah.
He remember it.
I think that, you know, your recollection is what you feel.
Right.
And I'm not gonna question it, because I probably did do that. Like,
yeah.
That's too spot on to be fabricated. You know what
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
However, they all had that same value. They all had the same value.
It's you know, it's dope, man.
They all had the same value.
When you can talk to somebody and you know, they make you recall things.
I'm gonna just tell you
that's
this,
a good
man.
thing.
Therapy,
because you probably packed a lot of things away.
Therapy is amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny because you can get it in many ways.
Right.
Look, we're going to switch it up real quick, lighten it up a little bit just for the show.
So we're going to go here. Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather.
Yes, sir.
Would you rather have a shot, pop a pill? I'm not going to talk about powder. This is a powder-free episode, as you can see so far. This is your boy DJ E, Mr. Enfluential, and I'm back, and I'm rocking here with P. Let's go.
Hey, man, would you rather? Hey, E, I want to ask you some questions. Now, clearly, you've been an adult for quite some time now, but I want to ask you a couple questions thinking about how you would respond to this, the teenage you.
Okay,
right? Just
teenage me. I could do that. I could do that.
And then we'll bring it up. You know what I mean? Just
I can do that.
All right, so one of them is would you rather go without your phone or dinner?
Teenage me?
I want to take it from there first. I want to go teenage you, and then we'll
I'm
build
just
it up
making sure clear.
Clearly, that ain't no adult shit.
Fuck the phone. I need to eat.
That's why I'm saying teenage you.
Yeah.
The adult you?
Yeah.
We're not asking a hard question.
Yeah.
Teenage you?
I need to eat.
That's fine. Yeah. All right, so cool. All right, so the phone. All right, no problem. Next one. Would you rather move out of your parents' house?
Teenage me still? I'm just making sure.
Yeah, excuse me. Check. You could really tell from the question if you think about it. Look at what I'm saying. Would you rather move out of your parents' house or buy a new car?
Buy a new car.
And stay in the house with because we had a great
home.
Great home, man.
Truth of the matter is this. You know, I lived alone, single. However, I could have easily moved back in with mom and dad and been straight.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah. Would you rather have no heating or no air conditioning? Teenage you still. Because adult us.
No AC. Because I can put a fan in the window, but I can't be cold.
Okay, I'm the other way.
I believe it. This is teenage us, right?
Yeah. I'd rather have the AC.
No, but
even young me would have rather have the air conditioner versus the heat.
2 is 19 degrees outside.
Still would, because I can cut the AC off.
Yeah, but it's 19 degrees in the house.
I got hoodies, jackets, scullies. I got all kind of shit. Long john.
We did that.
We've done that.
We did that.
That's
remember we cut the burner off?
Yes.
You're right, so I got to go the other way.
Yes.
I got to go the other way because we cut the burner off. Yeah.
Would you rather know what you'll be doing 5 years into the future, or take life as it comes?
Take life as it comes. 5 years in the future would I think 5 years in the future would freak with a lot of people's minds.
Okay, let's do this.
Right.
Let's say that's more of the now, not teenage.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward you to 45.
Take life as it is.
Yeah, because you halfway to 50.
Yeah.
Like the thought.
Yeah.
All that shit is different in you.
But my plan going in motion right now. It's rocking.
Okay. Would you rather go on a date? Now we're moving it up. Okay.
Of course.
Obviously. Would you rather go on a date at the movies or at a museum? Adult you.
Museum.
There we go. See how things change?
Let me tell you why.
Ain't that something?
But I'm going to tell you why.
What's that?
Movie me.
The EA is hitting tonight.
If the movie ain't right, if the movie ain't right, I'm gonna watch the best movie I ever seen. And you know, Dops titled it. I said, Pop, I was in the movie, seen the best movie I ever seen. He said it was called The Back of Your Motherfucking Eyelids. What? That's what Dops said. Back of your motherfucking eyelids.
All right, I got one for you. Go ahead, finish
real
this.
quick.
Go ahead.
Me and Lee, it just came on my memories. I think it was about, it might have been yesterday, but maybe 2 years ago, 3. We went to an exhibit in Philly. It was a Wu-Tang exhibit.
Okay.
That's what was so dope about it. People made different pictures of Wu-Tang art and was selling them. They made Old Dirty's face. They took a bunch of broken old Wu-Tang records and made his face out of it.
Joker's artist made, man.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
This artist that got vision, bro.
So, you know. That's
up here. That's amazing. Like, as an artist myself, like, it's stuff that I have in here. I can't wait to get out. That make it hard for me to sleep.
Right.
So it's funny that you say that, but my question to you is, it's not even a would you rather. It's like, isn't it amazing how, like, culture
right.
and art and some of the things that we as our and I ain't gonna say everybody, because you got some kids, man, that's really just ahead of their time and certain things like that. Like, my appreciation for, because I've been to a few museums, like, dope shit. Me and the wife, and sometimes me, wife, and the kids, and like, yo, we be walking like, yo, that shit is crazy. Like, I'll be stuck on it, like, damn, yo, like, somebody made that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's
amazing how you get older, bruh, and just have so much more appreciation for things like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Would you rather, man? You know what I mean? Still in the dating element of it, or whatever you want to say. Would you rather wear matching outfits or get matching tattoos?
Matching outfits.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather go for a stroll on the beach or grab morning coffee together? See, this is adult. See, I like this.
Yeah. Morning coffee.
Now,
morning coffee.
The adult me with coffee depends. Sometimes I gotta play it close.
Cause you want the shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, just I'm just at a different place in my life. But when I look at the overall objective, right, of this is where I view the question. It's about setting the table for conversation, right? Because when you go get coffee together, most of the time you're going to get coffee so you can sit down and have a conversation. Like, I've had business conversations over coffee. I've had, life things that, like I said, relationship things, business things, clearly, walk on the beach. I always look at, like, to me, nature creates a different perspective. Like, if I can sit and I can face the ocean, bruh, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to whoever. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to whoever I'm talking to. Like, my mind becomes as open as the thing that I'm viewing.
Oh, I got that same thing.
And
you know what's crazy?
Like, wow,
we got
crazy.
the same. Man, you got the same creative, artistic mind. Mm-hmm. You just always had the more steady hand. And I'm gonna tell you what I always laughed at. That's why I think your pin game was better, but my scratch game was better because you got
shit. I wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
You gotta know when you in the way, man.
Yeah, but truth of the matter is, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Like, I love detail of art, and mine's is big in film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I always
film and music. I know you
music too.
Entertainment, period. I don't know what it is.
But I always was. I told you I always use. For example, I used Final Destination. It was the last one. It was called The Final Destination.
Right.
And when you watch the whole thing, it was this dude, and they kept highlighting. Like, he'd pull out his flip phone. Remember when people first got flip phones? They was on that corny shit like, hey, what's going on? How you doing, Jack? All right. And hang up and shit, dude. Snapping their neck and shit, doing all this dumb shit. So he was doing that the whole movie. And I'm like, damn, like, it's a cell phone. It's a big deal.
It gotta be something to
But, right. I said, this means something.
I gotta pay attention to this, yeah.
So basically, the last one was really supposed to be the first one. Yeah. So at the end of the movie,
showed out everything.
The dude was getting on the plane, and when he got on the plane, it was the first one. It was them arguing from the first one. Remember the first one they argued in the plane crash? Yeah. At the end of the last one, they were. So it's like, you're never going to. Basically, what they're telling you, we made a 5-part movie to let you know you can never shake death. It's going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
It's inevitable, right?
Right. So when all that hit, I'm like, damn, bitch, that's art because it's reality. Because it's a big thing. It's a big thing with art and reality tied in together.
I got one.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's go on because,
I got one. Would you rather have a small or big wedding?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Surprisingly to a lot,
and I appreciate that because I'd rather you not lie.
Surprisingly to a lot of people, the answer is big.
Okay.
The answer is big. Most people think I'm small. Even Lee may think I might think small.
Right.
But that is supposed to be something that's there for good, and nothing else. So who doesn't want to celebrate that to the fullest?
Yeah.
The only thing is, a lot of people in life, who have a big one, after that they forgot what they had that for.
Yeah, I don't got to knock against whatever.
However you want to do it.
Yeah, at all. You know what I mean? And as a DJ, you really ain't got no problem with it.
But technically, bruh, yours was big.
And it's and guess what?
And guess what? It's big and it's lasting.
Yeah.
I've seen big and not last. I've seen small and go forever. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter if it's small or big.
Yeah.
Just remember why we're doing it.
Well, who determined the size of a wedding anyway, right? Because even you may turn around and say it was 300 people, and they say, oh, you had a big wedding. Not to a person that had 1,000 people. Like that's just ridiculous.
Right.
But if they did, I think that it really,
however,
goes back to the other part of it is, the why.
But I think also too, before we get out of here, the difference between small and big, in my opinion, it's not about the amount of people that's there. It's about the amount of amenities, amount of money you spent for it. In my opinion, let me tell you why. Because I always feel like every wedding should be intimate. Every wedding. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's only for the special.
Yeah.
It's only for the special. And here to make this clear too, it's also going to be people that's not invited. Doesn't mean they're not special, but you just had to cap it. Doesn't mean they're not special, but you got different relationships with different people that
They're not cheap, man.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They're not cheap,
But I mean, bro, even if I was the richest man in the world, I still would want it to be intimate. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, I get it, and I think, like you said, just to put a button on that, it's one of those things where you got to remember what the whole objective is in the first place.
Right.
And it's to.
You got any more from me? Is that last?
I got one more. And then we'll close out on would you rather
and the show because we here.
Okay. Would you rather? I know this is gonna sound a little bit different. Would you rather go on a fancy date every once a month? Every
once a month.
Once a month.
Okay.
Or low cost dates more frequently.
I think I would go with the one fancy. However, I think the low cost is a better reaction because the date is the conversation. The date is the conversation. The date isn't what you're doing. It's the conversation. But I like fancy stuff. I'm just being honest with you. Eric, as much as I seem like I'm low key sometimes, I like fancy restaurants.
Yeah.
I like fancy evenings.
Yeah.
Cause it's special. But at the same time, it gives you the spark of the conversation.
Nah,
you see what I'm saying?
No right
like a lot of times when me and Lee move around, we do certain stuff. We got our spots. And shout out to my brother DJ William H. Me and him, we was having this conversation earlier. We like going to restaurants that's not really like chain restaurants. We like going to restaurants with us both being business owners. When you go to a restaurant that's like one of a kind, or that's the only one, I think sometimes people take more pride, and that's business. Period. For example, we grew up in Trenton. Who had the best ice cream?
I don't know, bro. I ain't really no ice cream dude.
You not, so I can't use you in that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Halo Farm.
Okay.
All right, because you're right. That was a bad question for you.
Yeah.
However, Halo Farm, but it's only one Halo Farm.
Yeah.
You have a Halo Pub that sells the
Yeah,
juice
no
there.
doubt. I see what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, when it's rare, it's limited.
No doubt.
You get a better thing. So if you go to like and this is not a knock against you go to an Olive Garden.
Yeah.
And you got one, the Cherry Hill Olive Garden is good, but the one I went to in Charlotte was bullshit. That might hurt the whole brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it's opinionated.
Nah, I think
But
I got
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
I got you. I mean, you all you said is that you like fancy things, and I don't know nobody who don't like something fancy.
But I think a lot of things that become fancy, it's not about how much money you spend. I think it's because it's rare.
I see that.
You understand? That's my opinion of it. It doesn't mean that it's the only way of it.
No. The point is strong. I mean, and like you said, you got to know what works in your dynamic.
Right.
Like, honestly, there's no wrong answer in that situation.
Right.
If you do one fancy joint a month,
right,
and that works in your situation, cool.
It works.
If you do multiple low cost joints, cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a would you rather.
But you should do it.
But yeah, you got to make sure
you got to find that time, man.
Just always find a way. Like, I missed out on things, bro. And I, like you said, just speaking of my truth before we get ready to close out.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that I missed out, like, it took my wife to say to me, things like, yo, like, just the thought of things, right? Like, for instance, in my mind, yo, what we eating tonight? Sometimes the effort goes into it the effort goes a little bit differently. Like, for instance, it may be like, yo, babe, I made reservations for 7:30. You know what I mean? We got to ready boogie or whatever. It's a spot or whatever. Well, I don't tell you what the spot is. You know what I mean? It's casual. You know what I mean? It's a sports jacket and, you know what I mean, some hard bottom shoes, whatever. Like, I know what that does in my household. You know what I'm saying? I know for my lady, it's like, oh, he put some thought into it. Because the bread part about it ain't dying. You can go someplace, and if it costs you $200-$300 for dinner or whatever the case may be like that,
that's what I'm saying. It's not about the money.
It's not about the money. Like, you do it, but you ain't put no effort into it.
It's the rarity.
A little bit different.
I like the rarity thing. Like,
or for me, it's just, and my dynamic is the effort that's put into it.
Right.
It's not even like, because I think we've done so much together. It's like, you know what I mean?
But what I mean rarity is a lot of spots that we meet and lead, like, grow and love like this, they're special to us.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
you got places that's we're special like that, but it's just like,
damn,
like
I didn't even realize I had to shit on you. But
it's
listen,
all good. But listen, man, we can go on for days about things like that. Anyway, man, look, man,
this is the Porch Podcast, and we're rare.
And we're rare. I mean,
and we're special.
48, man. Episode
48. Time to get it straight.
And like we say each and every week, man, however you have been tuning in, whether it's been through YouTube or any of your favorite podcasts and streaming sites, we appreciate it. Please leave comments, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so you can know when the content dropping. Even though I'm still going to be blasting it out. And
As he should.
And we're going to keep doing what we doing. We thank y'all. Appreciate the time. I'm done. Do what you want to do. And
hey, man, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This is the Porch Podcast, and that was my brother P. He closes us out right. We love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.